So I heard through the grapevine that Thanos, the big bad Thanos, is actually not good enough to take down Cull Obsidian Stage 19 for a whole lot of you guys. So guess what we're going to be doing for today, guys? I'm actually going to be showing you guys how my Thanos, who is incomplete as of right now, performs against Stage 19 Cull Obsidian, because this is news to me. I've been using him virtually every day to clear this. Granted, it's not the best clear since Thanos has a mixture of energy and physical attacks, and Cull Obsidian has a really high physical defense on top of having a shit ton of HP. But nonetheless, Thanos is actually good enough to do it, and I wanted to share that with you guys. The build for Thanos will be at the end of the video for those of you guys who want to see it. The team that we're going to use right here is actually going to be Anti-Man for his lead, and then I'm also going to throw in Ebony Maw for his team up bonus with Thanos and Anti-Man. And on top of that, Ebony Maw in this uniform is actually increasing Thanos' DPS by 25% when he goes up against Universal type, who Cull Obsidian in this case is actually a Universal type. The strikers I'm going to use right here is actually going to be War Machine, Sharon Rogers, Ancient One, and on top of that, I think I'll use Luna Snow. And who else I want to use here? I don't really need a heal. I'll go with Cap, and we'll call that the strikers right now. Alright, boys, let's see how much pain this bastard can handle. Oh, this guy. That's so annoying. He canceled out the freaking fifth just before I entered. This guy run. Yeah, you better run. I swear I'm gonna just stay up in your face. I'm gonna just let you have your moment here. Not gonna waste any DPS on that shield. Ah, this guy canceled out my fifth. That's not good. Woo! Okay, we need to speed this up a little bit because we're running out of time. Ooh, the first time freeze of the match. Wow. Come on. This man's a freaking tank, for real, for real. And there you guys have it, man. It was super close, but he freaking got it done. And that's with him being incomplete, guys. So let no one tell you that he cannot freaking clear Cull Obsidian, okay? He can most definitely do it. Let's actually get out of here. And first things first, let's actually see what's inside my booty box. And what do we got? The worst thing we could get. That's the straight trash. I'll show you guys my cards really quickly. As you guys can see, they're nothing special, okay? I'm not one of those guys with 5 premium cards. While I can have, I believe, 3 equipped right now, I don't need them. I can still win without them. Eventually, I'll incorporate them in. But for now, I'm good enough and I don't need them. I'll show you guys the build for Thanos really quickly and then I'll send you guys on your way. So this is what the overall stats on this man looks like. 116 for attack speed, 51% for critical rate, 182 for critical damage, 50% for ignore defense, and 50% for reduced cooldown duration. And as for his gears, this is what they currently look like. As you guys can see, he's rocking 2 physical attack for every single slot and a mixture of critical damage and ignore defense. As for his skills, everything is at 6, and the rotation here for me was generally 4 into 5, and then we'll go into 3, then I'll use 1 and 2. As for his ISO set is Power of Angry Hulk, and this is fully awakened. As for his obelisk, as you guys can see, recovery, max HP, and a 160 proc, so definitely not even close to being ideal for him. This guy, you want to give a CTP of destruction, and he's gonna be a freaking beast if you do so. As you guys can see right here, I have a legendary uniform for him. Eventually I'll get it to freaking mythic, but for now this is what he currently looks like. As you guys can see, Hela's uniform is actually required, which is good for me because I currently have her uniform at mythic, and this uniform actually requires some pretty badass uniform. As you guys can see, I already have Corvus's uniform at legendary, and this thing is definitely a freaking monster. Corvus is so dominant in this game, in this uniform. PvP, PvE, doesn't freaking matter. He just feels like a freaking beast when you use him. It also requires Proxima, which is really good, and also, as you guys can see, I believe heavily in Proxima in this uniform because she's also a legendary. Super fun to play in the PvE aspects of the game, but I even see people using her consistently in timeline battle now because she has an iframe on virtually every single skill. Still not somewhere you should ideally be using her, but since she has 5 iframes on all 5 of her skills, she's actually a pretty solid character overall. This uniform right here, I have no idea why they put it in here. If anything, they should have put Star-Lord's Infinity War uniform in there, but it is what it is. I already own it. I don't see myself upgrading it, so that's a bit unfortunate. So I'm going to lose a little bit of ignore defense here, but it is what it is, man. Whatever. The only uniform I don't currently own is actually this one right here for Gamora, and honestly, I don't see myself picking this up because Gamora is straight garbage, and giving her this uniform is not going to take her out of that spot. She's still going to be one of the worst, if not the worst, speed character currently in the game, okay? I'm really sad that they still decide not to give her a freaking rework after she, spoiler alert, dies in the freaking movie. I felt like this was an appropriate time for them to give her the Yondu treatment. You know, Yondu was kind of mediocre in the game, and then when he died in freaking Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, he got a badass uniform that actually put him in a very, very good spot. Like, I was expecting something similar for Gamora. Granted, she's probably gonna come back, spoiler alert again, for Avengers 4, but it is what it is. They still should have taken this opportunity to at least sell us another Gamora uniform, one that this time makes her a playable character, but whatever. So while I do love Thanos, I really can't purchase this uniform at this time. So that is all I have to really share for this one, man. For any of you guys who had doubts in Thanos and whether he can clear Cull Obsidian, cut it out, okay? He's the Mad Titan. Of course he can clear Cull Obsidian. He's still at level 60 for God's sakes, okay? Once I get him to level 70, he's gonna be able to clear this thing a lot more comfortably. But that's all for this one, man. Thanks for watching. Hope it was informative. As you guys can see, he's only 10,000 in the world, okay? So still more work to be done on this guy. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.